Hello, and welcome to our presentation. My name's Tom. I'm the product manager for Codebook, which we'll shortly be talking about in our presentation. But first of all, let's introduce you to the rest of the team.
Hiya, I'm Sam and I was training to work with human languages, but now I want to work with computer languages instead.
Hello, my name's Leah and I'm based in Liverpool. Prior to the School of Code, I was working in customer service for a couple of years and just trying to figure out what I actually wanted to do with the skill set I have. And so here I am.
Hello, my name is Inga. I always thought that programming is for people who are strong at math, until I tried it myself at the School of Code. And now I don't want to look back.
Hi there, my name is Jack and I've been coding since I was 12 years old. I want to take the skills that I've gained along the way and use them to build software as part of a team.
Hi, my name's Tom. Previously I was an English teacher venturing across South America. Now the next journey I will take will be working in code.
We were given a simple task with a not so simple answer. Create something that solves a problem. We used Disney ideation to generate and select ideas. We identified the problem, which was there is no one place for people to collaborate, discuss, and connect over code. We researched the examples of other social media sites, and that's where we came up with our solution, Codebook. So Codebook is a social network aimed at those who work in code, a place that would remove the need for several different platforms tailored towards programmers, an easy-to-use environment where users can post code snippets, chat, and connect. I want to pass over to Sam, who will run through our demo of our site.
Hi guys, I'm just going to be doing a quick live run through of the Codebook site. So when you go to codebook.space, it automatically redirects you to our Auth0 login page. You can then choose to log in with your preferred provider, so it will be Google in my case. Click here and it will take us through to the Codebook homepage. Here then, the first thing you can do is toggle the theme, depending on if you prefer a light theme or a dark theme. And then the main functionality of this page, you can create and see individual posts. So here you can input various text, you can add images, tags, and you can also add code snippets, and you can add code snippets in a wide variety of languages. Cool. So then you then make the post. As you can see here, it renders the code snippet very nicely. This is JavaScript. And yeah, so further functionality then on each individual post. You can like individual posts. So as you can see here, Jack's post was already liked by me. And then I can unlike it, like it again. You can also comment on individual posts. As you can see with this meme post example that I made here, you've had 2 comments already, and then on each individual comment you can also reply, and then on those comments and replies you can also like those, as you can see I've done with Inga's and Leah's. On your own comments, replies and posts, you can also delete those if you've done them by mistake. So up here with this post I could delete that here. Cool. Further functionality then, you can share individual posts. So with Glenn's post here, for example, if I click on this share icon, I can then click on Facebook, for example, and this allows me to share individual posts with these 4 social media sites. A really good way of growing the site, I think. Cool. And then finally, for these posts, you can save them. So I've already saved Glenn's post here. If I just click on that again and then save it again, you can see how that works. And then if I navigate to the saved posts page through the sidebar here, you can see it only renders the posts which I saved. So a really good way of storing those interesting and useful posts. Cool. And then moving on to further functionality, then on this home page you can search for posts by their tags. So for example here, if I type in JavaScript, I can then click on there, and it will only render the posts which have the tag of JavaScript. So a really good way of finding posts which will be useful or helpful to you. Cool. And then also you can search for individual users here. So if I type in Leah, click on her name, so she's another team member on the Codebook team, you can see that it takes us to the next big functionality, which is the profile page. Here all of Leah's recent posts are rendered, so if she regularly makes very good posts, you can see them all in this one place. And then you also have the ability to follow each other or follow her. So in this instance we're both following each other. If I then click on this button, it now reads that she is following me. Cool. And then moving on to the next and final big functionality of the site, the chat feature. If you click on this chat icon here, it takes you through to our chat page and straight to the chat with Leah. And this is using pusher technology in order to provide instantaneous communication. So if I type in here, hello Leah, and then send that off, I've already made a few of these, but you can see it sends that off straight away. So a really good way of collaborating with other people. You also have the ability to create chat groups, so multiple people, really good if you're working on projects, and overall a really powerful feature for the site. Cool, so that's the site. I hope this live demo has been interesting, and if you have any questions, ask the team or go to codebook.space and play around for yourself. Thank you very much.
And there it is, Codebook. Now I'll take you behind the scenes and how we brought our product to life. First of all, I just want to go over our user personas that we have here. To really understand our users and our market, we create these user personas. We conducted market research through surveys, interviews, and personal experience that we gathered over the course. We broke our personas into 3 different types of users. A working professional. This is someone that we envision will use Codebook to network and potentially become a mentor to other users. Our second user persona is a student. This is someone that will use Codebook looking for assistance, helping others, and saving solutions for later referral. Our final persona is a hobbyist. This is someone that is newer to code and is looking for where to start. We envision this person as someone that is more likely looking for collaboration and guidance from other users. Now I'll hand over to Leah, who will be talking about UI and UX.
From what we gathered from our research, we were able to pick out features that we wanted to implement into our product, to then produce low-fidelity wireframes to help us visualize it. We adopted a desktop-first approach before making it responsive for mobile, due to the fact most developers spend a lot of their time on their desktop. One of our main inspirations was having our cyberpunk aesthetic as it encompasses that theme of technology and also invokes that futuristic style which is often associated with software development. As a group, we produced individual designs and discussed the different parts of each one to bring forward, before I worked on the high fidelity wireframes to ensure the design was consistent and in harmony. Throughout the project, we made numerous iterations of the product, from the general feedback we gained and the changes we made to the features. I particularly checked the site to ensure the user journey was as smooth as possible, making sure actions were interlinking and there was no room for ambiguity or dead ends when the user navigated the site. Furthermore, our team worked towards making our product accessible by allowing users to toggle between different themes for their own comfort, as well as making our product responsive depending on what device our users were using. And now I'll hand over to Inga, who will go through the tools and agile methodologies we use to manage our project.
At the beginning of the project, we talked as a team about our strengths and weaknesses, about what we would like to learn and where we would like to improve personally. We assigned the roles to ourselves and I undertook the Scrum Master role. We deployed our app at the beginning of the project and used continuous deployment strategy throughout. We chose Jira management software to maintain and plan our project, and into it we incorporated all our documents and GitHub so we could have all the tools in one place. We were starting each day with stand-ups and were assigning the tasks for the day and then split up into pairs to work throughout the day, and we were helping each other every time we needed. As we had GitHub incorporated into Jira, we were able to use it to create little branches for each little task and then merge it afterwards. We used Metro Retro Board for our daily retros. And now Jack will introduce you to our tech stack.
As a group, we wanted to challenge ourselves and work with new technologies and tools that we may not be well versed in. Due to the time constraints, we decided to use technologies that would have a small learning curve for us. We decided to use Next.js as the framework for our application for a variety of reasons. These include out-of-box file system routing, server-side rendering, and image optimization. Next.js also provides API routes, allowing us to combine our back-end and front-end code into a single codebase. This makes it easier to deploy and scale our application. The entire team was already very familiar with React. This made it very easy for us to use Next.js. For our database, we decided to use MongoDB with Mongoose as it's very quick and easy to set up, and also Mongoose provides a great experience when working with TypeScript. In the end, we decided to use Auth0 for our authentication system as it requires very little work to set up, meaning that we can spend more time focusing on the important features of our application. Auth0 also has an extensive list of supported providers which allows us to offer more login options to the users. Due to the serverless nature of our Next.js deployment, we were unable to set up a Socket.io server for the chat feature. We came up with a couple of solutions, including setting up a separate Node.js application to host a socket server. The solution that we ended up using was a service called Pusher. Pusher is a hosted API service that utilises WebSockets to add real-time data to your application. Using Pusher removes the need for us to host our own Socket.io server.
Moving on to testing then, and as a team we decided to implement Cypress testing for our site. Primarily we decided to use Cypress due to the fact that most of us had heard lots about it. We knew it was used widely in industry, however we'd never really got a chance to get to grips with it, and we felt that it'd be a really cool thing to learn and really beneficial for us. Another factor in our reason to use Cypress was time management. So initially we explored doing a test-driven development model, however we felt that taking the time to write individual unit tests as we went along with the project would take too much time away from creating the features we wanted to create for the site. Finally then, a big factor in why we wanted to use Cypress was that we felt integration tests would be more beneficial to use, as they would test the actual feature set of the site rather than testing individual units or parts of the site in isolation. And now moving on to the future of the codebook site.
And what does the future have in store for codebook? Well, future features that we wish to implement are the ability to create groups, allowing people to discuss languages and tech in a tailored environment separate from our main feed. At the moment, users are able to use tags to filter any results, but a dedicated group will allow greater discussion and collaboration on particular subjects. We also have plans for a greater profile customization, allowing users to create an About Me section, key skills, and profile image customization. Finally, we want to create a project tab on our site, allowing users to advertise the projects that they currently wish to work on, advertising to other users, and other users be able to register their interest in working together. So thank you very much for taking your time to listen to our presentation. I look forward to seeing you on Codebook.